So is it done?
What's done?
This question, do you see this on the screen?
Yeah.
So start reading the question.
A rectangle has dimensions of 3x plus 1 and 2x minus 5. The area is 1,150 centimeters squared. What are its dimensions?
So how to solve this?
I don't know.
See, interpret the given data. Its area is given. Area of what shape it is?
Rectangle.
What is an area of rectangle? Formula?
Height plus, no, length times width.
So what is length and what is width?
3x plus 1 is the length and 2x minus 5 is the width.
And whatever it is, you know that we have to multiply them. Correct? Length into width.
Yeah.
This value should be equal to
1,150.
so can you do it from here?
So I had to distribute the 3x into 2 plus 2x.
Multiplication.
Yeah, so it'd be 6x squared
Hmm.
plus, so I had to do 3x times negative 5,
Hmm. Negative 5 will be
negative 15x,
hmm.
and then 1 times 2x is plus 2x,
Okay.
and then minus 5.
Yeah, minus 5. This was all is equal to
1,150.
can you tell me next? What's next?
Add the like terms. So 6x squared minus 15 plus 2 is 6x squared minus 13x minus 5 equals 1,150.
Okay, what's next?
I don't know what to do here because all the values are like, I can't add them now.
See, there are still some like terms left.
The x.
No.
But that one is x squared, so 2 x's.
Yeah, no.
So do I do 6 minus 13 to get x?
See, the like terms which are left are this numbers 5 and this.
So it's minus 5 on both sides?
See, convert into general form.
It's already in general form.
General form means is equal to 0. It has to come like this. So you have to
Okay,
make
so
0
I
on one side.
minus 1,150 on both sides.
Hmm. Like this. So left side becomes what now?
So I have to subtract 1,150 from the 5.
Hmm. From negative 5, right?
Yeah, so I do 1,150 minus negative 5, which is 1,155.
Hmm. So 1155
Yeah.
and 6x square and negative 13x are as it is. So this
Or
is equal
what?
to 0. Okay, this
So
is
now I can do 6 minus 13 and then it just becomes something x.
no. We have to use the factored formula. what you need to do is multiply AC. A and C. What is A value here?
6x squared times negative 1155.
See 6. A means number.
Oh, just also 6 times negative 1155.
Yeah. Why do we multiply with this? What is the purpose? Next.
To get rid of the x?
The purpose is this number. You have to split it into two things. Multiplication of something into something.
Mm-hmm.
But when you add these things, this thing and this thing, you have to get the middle number.
Yeah. Okay, so when I do 6 times negative 1155, I get negative 6930.
So you need to multiply the entire thing actually. So you have to do factorization. Factorization. So 6 into negative 1155, right?
Yeah,
This is divisible by what number?
5.
5. So this is 6 into, it's a negative 5 into what?
Like how many times I multiply 5 to get that?
Hmm.
So I have to do 5 divided by 1155. That's a decimal, so I have to do
So you know the reverse.
oh,
1155,
231. Negative 231.
231. So negative is already here. So
Okay.
and what about this 231? It is
It
divisible
is
by,
divisible by 6.
it's not divisible by 6. It's not an even number. Even number not, right?
Also not divisible by negative 5. So that's my product.
6 into negative 5 into 231, right?
Yeah.
How can you divide this 231 further? How can you reduce this number? Multiplication of what?
231 divided by 3.
3, right?
Yeah.
So 3 times of what it is?
77.
77. So 6 into negative 5 into 3 into 77.
3. Mm-hmm.
So how can you get 13 in the middle?
13.
13 is this 13.
Oh. You have to multiply either of those numbers?
Yeah. Ultimately, you have to combine some numbers. You have to write it like this in this format. Something into something such that they add up to
Um,
negative 13.
negative 5 times. So I have to multiply either 6, negative 5, 3, or 77 to get 13. That doesn't work.
See this entire product, you reduce that into something.
To get 13.
Hmm.
But I can't multiply anything with 13 using those numbers.
First multiply this three things.
Which three things? Okay. 6 times -5 times 3. That's -90.
So negative 90, that is negative 90 times.
77.
What do you get?
Oh, negative 693.
See, no need to multiply them. The objective is to write it as a product of two numbers such that those two numbers add up to negative 13.
-90 times 77 equals 13.
See, negative 90 into 77, right?
Yeah,
This was AC.
yeah.
So now that you have written into two numbers, these two numbers are the ones which we are looking for, because negative 90, and then if you add them, these both numbers, you'll get how much?
-13.
So you are getting the middle one, right?
Yeah.
So what's the trick right now is, the question was 6x square minus 13x minus 1155, correct? Scroll down.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, so the objective to write like this is, you have to split the middle term in such a way that negative 90x and then positive 77x. This middle term, we can write it like this.
Okay.
That is the main objective. And then negative 1155 is equal to 0. Okay. After doing
Yeah.
this, it's a bit simple. What you need to do is combine first two first two things together, and then next two things together separately. So how do we deal with that is, factorize individually. Factorize them individually. First, let's start with this 6x square minus 90x. How do you factorize them? Do you see any common factors?
Um, 6.
Hmm. Is it just so? That's about numbers. When it comes to numbers, we can take out 6. What about variables? How many x?
1x.
So x power 1. So if you take out this, then inside thing becomes what?
x minus
Hmm.
x minus 15.
X minus 15. Okay, good. So that is about the first one. So like that, we have to deal with the second one separately.
Okay. So I have to do. Is it negative 1155?
Yeah.
Um, you can do 77.
So you can take out 77, right?
Yeah.
So if you take out 77, what is left?
X
X and
plus. No, yeah, since it's minus 15, do I do the opposite?
minus 15.
Yeah, 70. So if I do negative 1155 divided by 77, it's negative 15.
So negative 15. Okay.
So I just leave the negative or do I change it to the opposite sign?
Yeah, you have to leave it as it is, right? You are taking
Okay.
positive 77, right?
Yeah.
So no change in sign. So this is equal to 0. This is important to write. This was all is equal to 0. Okay. So we get this common pattern, x minus 15 and x minus 15 common terms.
Mm-hmm.
Now If you treat them as single units, what happens now is, if you take out x minus 15 from the entire thing, you get 6x on the left and then positive
77.
on the right. So this is equal to 0. Now can you find the x values?
I isolate for x. Do I put x as 0?
No. See, these two things are multiplied, right?
Yeah.
X minus 15 and 6x plus 77 is equal to 0. So for
I
quad,
distribute again.
hmm,
I distribute again.
no need to distribute. See, we came from general form to factored form, right?
Yeah.
If you distribute again, we have, it's like going back to the same step number 1.
Okay.
So factored form, how do we deal with this is, see, something into something. See, let's say a times b is 0. Product of two quantities is 0. What does that mean? One of them could be 0, right?
1x.
So scroll down.
Yeah.
See, let's say I'm talking about a different case. Let's say product of two quantities. Let's say a multiplied by b is 0.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? One of them can be 0.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, if product of two numbers is 0, can I say that one of them is 0?
Doesn't all of them have to be 0?
There are two cases. Either one of them is 0, either one of them, either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. One of them, even if you put one value is 0, whatever a value will be, let's say even if a is 1000, 1000, 10,000, times 0 is still 0. Correct?
Yeah.
Are you understanding?
I just don't know how you're gonna get 0 because you can't unless the x is 0.
See, it's not about x. The thing which is being multiplied is, there are two things which are multiplied here. It's not x. It's x minus 15 as one thing, 6x plus 77 as entire other thing. These things are multiplied. This one and
Okay.
this one.
Yeah.
So this as a whole is one thing. This as a whole
Yeah.
is another thing.
Yeah.
So in quadratics, what do we do is, we use this condition. Either one of them is 0. So either x minus 15 is 0, scroll down, x minus 15 is
Mm-hmm.
equal to 0, or, that is why we write this or. 6x plus 77 is,
0.
you understand? Two quantities are being
Yeah.
multiplied. So that entire quantity as a whole becomes 0 in this quadratic questions. So either x minus 15 is 0 or 6x plus 77 is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So from first case, x value is,
Negative 15?
see, x minus 15 is 0, x minus
Positive
15,
15?
15, right? Positive 15.
Yeah.
So one value of x is 15. So write that as it is, or this or. Can you find the next x value?
6 plus 77?
See, 6x, right?
Mm-hmm.
6x
So
plus
6 times 77?
it's not times, it's x value. 6x plus 77 is 0.
But if we take away x, so x equals, don't I have to take it away?
Take what?
The x away.
See, to solve this question, I have to isolate the variable. First, the variable has a constant. It is being added with 77.
Yeah.
So first thing is subtract 77. So left side becomes what?
6x equals 0.
See, negative 77 on both sides, right?
So 0 minus
Hmm.
negative 77 equals 77.
Negative 77.
0 minus negative 77?
See, 0 minus 77.
Okay, then it's 77.
So the objective is still the same. Isolate the variable. Now x has the constant that it is being multiplied by 6.
Yeah. So divide 6 on each side.
70, negative 77 upon 6. This is the second x value. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So negative 77 divided by 6.
You can leave it in fraction. That is not an issue.
Okay.
But this is the process. Isolate the variable. That is the objective. So I know it's a bit complicated. Like multiple steps are involved, but I'll share the
Yeah.
recording with you. So it's like, so you can access it later.
Okay.
So anyways, this is about the factored form, solving for x. Let's do some other questions. Let's say x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Try to do this. Try to convert this into factored form. Scroll down.
Yeah. I factorize it.
Hmm.
So what's my product and sum?
See, the question is solve for x, obviously, using mm,
Because what my teacher does is she puts 1 as product and sum, so you can factorize it, like seeing what times what equals that and what plus what equals that.
yeah. So yeah, the first step is still the same. AC. How much is A and how much is C?
1 plus 6,
AC. A times C.
6.
This is the product. Okay. Now that you have multiplied 1 and 6, which is 6, what do we need to do with the 6 now?
Put it in between.
Second step is factorize AC. In this case, AC was 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So factorize means write it in terms of something into something. Factorize that. Is it an even
Okay.
number?
Sorry?
Is it an even number?
Mm-hmm. So something times something equals 6 and something plus something has to equal 6 too.
It has to be equal to middle term, negative 5.
Oh, negative 5. Something plus.
So the question was, is 6 an even number?
Yeah.
So you can write Product of what? What into what is equal to 6?
3 and 3.
3 and
3 and 3. Oh no, 3 and 2.
so 2 into 3, right?
You can also do 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, that's what I did, right? 2 into 3.
And then 2 plus 3.
Yeah. In the middle case, it was 5 or negative 5.
Or negative 5. So can it be negative 2 plus 3? No.
What I meant?
You can do a negative 2 plus negative 3.
Yeah. So product is actually like this: negative 2 times negative 3 is also say positive 6. You understand this? Negative 2 into
Yeah.
negative 3
Yeah.
is also positive 6. So this is the thing. This is not the values which you are looking for. These are the values which you are looking for.
Okay.
So negative 2 and negative 3. So you have to split this negative 5 into negative 2 and negative 3. That is the objective.
So it's 1x squared minus 2x
Yeah. Minus 2. Yeah, you have to drop that x as it is. And then
minus 3 plus 6.
minus 3x. Okay. So minus
Oh,
2x
you,
minus 3x.
okay, you take the 6 away.
So
You
x
put the
square.
6 at the end.
Yeah, 6 is still there, right? What you are doing is you split the middle term into two things.
Yeah. So then won't I add plus 6 at the end?
This is minus 6, right?
No, but at the top it says plus 6.
Like this. Drop it as it is. You only change the middle term.
No, but when you wrote the question, it says positive 6.
Oh, positive, yeah, correct. Good job. So positive 6, yeah. Drop it as it is. Positive and positive. Okay. So what's next now?
Collect like terms.
Before that, first two, next two terms. Deal with them separately. So first two
First
means
two, next two.
these two things. Next two means these two things.
Okay.
So you write it like this: x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6, right? So you factorize
Yeah.
them individually.
Okay.
Let's talk about the first one. How do you factorize that?
1
1. And what about x?
x
X to the power
1
1. So if you take out just x, what is left in the bracket?
x minus 1x
X minus
1
y 1.
because we took 1 away, right?
So taking 1 away means you have to divide by 1, right?
Yeah. Also still says 2.
So drop it as it is. Only x we have taken out. And what about this?
3
Okay, if you take out plus 3, what happens?
negative x plus 2.
Plus 2. All was equal to 0.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is, here you see x minus 2.
Yeah.
But here you are seeing opposite sign.
Negative x plus 2. Yeah.
So what we need to do further is, you have to take negative sign also. Take away negative sign from here.
Take it out.
Yeah, negative 1. So
So leave it as the second one.
from second one, we have to factorize, instead of 3, we have to take a negative also. So negative 3. So if you
So that
divide
makes
by,
it 6. Sorry, x
Change the sign.
Minus 3?
Minus.
3? 2, 2.
So when you take out a negative outside, you have to flip the sign inside.
Okay, so it's x minus 3, bracket x minus 3. Oh no, x minus 2 and then x minus 3.
Yeah. So x minus 3 times x minus 2 equal to 0. So the value of x,
Yeah.
can you tell me how much now?
So what we did before was
Hmm.
either one of them has to equal 0.
Hmm.
So the first one is x equals 3.
So either this entire thing must be 0 or this thing is 0.
Okay.
This is how we deal with quadratics. So x minus 3 is the entire thing. This entire thing must be 0 or x minus 2. This entire thing must be 0.
Yeah.
So x value is, first one, x value is,
3.
hmm, what should I write here?
Or x minus, or x equals 2.
This is the answer, okay?
Hmm.
So this is the 4-step process. Try to remember them. Scroll up here.
Yeah.
These 4 steps. First thing is you multiply AC. After doing the product, you have to factorize this something into something such that they add up to middle one.
Yeah.
So after doing that, step number 3 is you have to split the middle one into the factors which you got in the
Hmm.
step number 2.
Yeah.
So step number 4 is deal first two and say last two separately, factorize them individually,
Okay.
and then at the end, this is the fifth step. If you want to say that, so x minus 3 is one entire thing, that will be 0, or x minus 2 is one entire thing, that will be 0. So I'm writing it here, not x is equal to 0. X value is not 0 here. X minus 3, the entire thing, entire unit as a
Hmm.
whole, that thing is 0. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the common method. This is a 5-step process. If you want to remember that, it will be useful. So for any question, if you want to follow this method, this is the 5-step process.
Okay.
So this is like standard operating procedure. So whatever the question comes, you can just refer to these 5 steps, follow them accordingly to solve various questions.
Okay.
So let's try one more thing. Minus 5x minus 6 this time is equal to 0.
So I times AC, so 1 times negative 6 is negative 6.
Hmm.
And then I break it down.
Hmm.
So then 2 times 3?
The product is negative 6. 2 times 3 is positive 6.
So my answer has to equal negative 5.
Hmm. Yeah,
Second amendment. It has to be negative 5 or positive negative 5.
it has to be
So
negative 5.
negative 2 plus negative 3. I can also do
Are you saying like this?
uh no, because then that would be 6. So it has to equal negative 5.
Yeah.
Something times something equals negative 5. Uh
See, some product is negative 6.
yeah.
Addition is negative 5. See,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a trick. Start from the smallest number you can think of. You're thinking it is 2, but before that, there is one more number,
1,
1. So 1 times how much?
5.
See, negative 6 product is 1 times what?
Oh, 1 times negative 5 equals negative 5.
1 times negative 6 is equal to negative 6.
I thought we're finding the answer as -5.
See, first factorize this. -5, -6. 1 into -6, correct?
Yeah.
We can also write -2 times +3. This is also a possibility, but we are rejecting this because when you add these things, it's not -5,
Mm-hmm.
it's +1, right?
Yeah.
So we reject this. What is so special about this? 1 into -6. What happens when you
Because
add that?
when you add it, it's -5.
When you add that, it is -5, correct? So
Yeah.
this pair, we have to accept this. 1 into -6. So this is the one which we are looking for.
Okay.
So now what?
But 1 times -6 is 6. -6.
Hmm. So
Then how is it gonna equal -5?
see, these two numbers which you got, I mean, like this, when you separate them like this,
Yeah.
when you add them, you get -5.
Yeah.
That is the thing. The thing is, you split this AC product into two numbers. I'll write here. Split the AC product into two numbers. Scroll down. Split the AC product into two numbers whose, okay, let's just say x into y, whose addition is x plus y should be equal to -5.
Okay.
So 6 is equal to -6 is equal to negative 6 is equal to 1 times -6, correct?
Yeah.
So x and y in this case are 1 and -6.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you do this, you get -5 as the addition.
Yeah.
So the numbers which you are looking for is 1 and -6.
Okay.
Now, now that you have found the numbers 1 and -6, so what is the question? X square minus 5x minus 6, right?
Yeah.
Now you have to split that middle term.
So x squared minus 1 x
X square,
minus 1x.
see this one is positive 1, right?
Oh, so positive x
Hmm. So positive x
minus 6
minus 6.
equals 0.
See this
I'm
middle
missing
term.
negative
See this
negative
middle
6
term.
again.
6, what?
-6
It's not just 6, it's about x also.
and then -6.
Now what next?
Like them together, the two first terms.
First two and next two.
Yeah.
Separately. Deal with them separately. So first two things, what happens?
X
Just x.
bracket
Hmm.
x plus x or like 1.
1. Okay. You know why? 1?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
-1
Negative.
1.
Why 1?
So the inside is the same as the. Is it the same? Because that's the greatest common factor. Or 6, actually. 6.
Is it 6 or -6? Total.
-6.
So in total, you can take out. Overall, you can take out -6. So bracket. Now
So
what?
x plus 1.
Plus 1. The hint is you'll get the same thing here.
Yeah. And then x minus 6. And then x plus 1.
Hmm. How much is x value? Can you tell me directly now?
X equals 6 and x equals -1.
It's not and, it is or.
Or
So x is equal to 6 or x is equal to?
-1.
Good. These are the answers. Fine.
Yeah.
Mm. So this is a process. This is a 5-step process. So you can apply the same process, these 5 steps, for all questions regarding factored form questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you want to convert general form into factored form, this is the process. Same thing. It is the same thing. So step number 1 to 5. Try to remember this. Fine.
Yeah.
I think you understand this importance.
Yeah.
So what else? So that's about
So that's how
6.2.
you solve an equation?
Yeah, solve an equation. This is using, I mean, this has a specific name. This is called using splitting the middle term.
Okay.
Let me check what is in the textbook. Quadratic equation. So this is called factoring. So solve quadratic equations by factoring. So I'm writing for
Okay.
you quadratic equation by factoring.
Okay.
Factoring. Or we say splitting the middle term. That's what we are doing, right?
Yeah.
The middle thing has been split into two terms. Yeah, middle term. So this is about 6.2. So your school is at where? 6.3.
3.
Is it started?
Yeah.
So did they complete it?
No.
Well, okay. You said they will complete like point one. Like,
I mean, if there's not enough time, then they will make it finish like the next day.
what is the duration of the class period? Math class.
75 minutes.
Whoa. Okay. 75 minutes.
But Monday we have review day, and then Tuesday I have test for Unit 5. So we're probably gonna finish 6.3 on Wednesday.
Hmm. Okay. You also have a class on Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I have it after completing 6.3.
Okay. Yeah. See, 6.3 is about graphing, right? We
Yeah,
already discussed the graphing in detail, actually.
yeah. It's just confusing when I'm going from standard to like either factored or vertex.
See, this Vyas is the key thing to remember while drawing the graph.
Yeah.
It's just that x-intercept means x values.
Mm-hmm.
We just understood how to solve factoring method. We are finding x values, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just that when the parabola, when you draw it like this roughly, scroll down, when you draw it roughly like this,
Yeah. And for me to find the axis of symmetry, I would just find the average of the two x points, right?
yeah, even if you use
Okay.
minus b by 2a, h,
Okay.
x is equal to minus b by 2a, that is also fine. There are multiple ways to solve the same concept. The thing
And
is,
if I wanted to find two extra points to make the parabola more accurate, how would I do that?
see, those 2 points are x-intercepts, this point and this point.
No, other two.
See, other two means y-intercept is 1 point and then vertex is
Yeah.
other point. So there are so many points.
Okay.
So the thing is, earlier, let's say we are drawing x square minus 5x minus 6. The values of x which
Mhm.
we got are how much?
We got 6 and negative. We got x equals 6 and x equals plus 1. X equals 6 or x equals negative 1.
Yeah, x is equal to 6 or x is equal to negative 1, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean is, let's say this is the
The
x
two
axis.
x-intercepts are that.
Yeah, so x intercept means what? X values basically. When you solve
Yeah.
that. So negative 1 will be left on the left side, 6 will be on the right side, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's say y axis is like closer to negative 1.
Yeah.
And when you plot this, just make sure that vertex might be here. Just make sure that you don't draw like this. This is wrong. How do you need to draw is? Can you guess?
Connect the thing.
Right?
Sorry?
Right? Draw it. Right? Yeah. So you just don't just randomly draw like this. Just make sure that it is passing through this.
Yeah.
And it's not like this U shape means not like U. It's more like a bit free like this.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not like this. Draw it like this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So something like this. Can you tell me the
Okay.
coordinates of this point? How much it will be?
The vertex?
Hmm.
So I can just find the axis of symmetry for the x value,
Hmm. So
um,
x
which
value
would
is how
be
much?
6 plus times. So I do 6 times negative 1, which is negative 16. 6 times negative 1 divided by 2. Negative 3 is my x value.
So basically, it's not product, but it's addition. Negative 1 and 6, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this
So I
plus
do
this.
negative 1 plus 6, which is 5, and then 5 divided by 2 is 2.5.
So 2.5 is
So
my.
just 5 over 2. Huh?
So 2.5 is my
This is your x value. X value.
x value of the vertex, correct?
Yeah.
So what? How do you find the k value? Y value.
Put put x as 0.
See, for vertex, you have to put x is equal to h. X is equal to 2.5. You have to put it. X
Mm-hmm.
square minus 5x minus 6. So you have to put 2.5 as
Also,
x.
I put all the x's as 2.
Wherever there is x, you have to put 2.5.
Okay, so 2 point x,
Scroll down.
2.5, yeah.
So x square means 2.5 square. 5, negative 5 times 2.5, negative 6. So you'll get the answer, I guess.
Negative 12.25 is my y value.
Negative.
2.25.
Okay. Yeah. Negative 12.25. So k value is how much?
Negative 12.25.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm writing it here. K value is like this. So y value of the y coordinate of the intercept is negative 12.25. So that these are
Okay.
the things which you need to keep in mind. So if you understand this and if you understand the Vyas concept, graphing is easy. Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason why this is discussed separately is like there is a separate 6.3 topic is you don't just draw it randomly like this one. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't just randomly draw this. You have to make sure that it is passing through these x values.
Yeah.
And then, so this is about 6.3, okay?
Yeah.
The entire topic is based on this concept.
Oh yeah.
Since we covered Vyas topic before, so it's like we can skip the 6.3 after learning this
Okay.
concepts in today's class also. The
Yeah.
6.4 is about quadratic formula. 6 point, how many are there? 6.5 is there?
There's only 2 more lessons.
6.6 also is there?
No, only up to 6.5.
Okay, the last one, right?
Yeah, 6.5 is solve problems using so basically real word problems.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you one formula to remember. This is useful for 6.4. Okay. So try to remember this formula. Okay. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We have a formula to calculate x value directly instead of going through all the hassle of uh, factored form like earlier.
Yeah.
We have a formula, direct formula, plug-in formula. X is equal to, try to remember this because it is important, minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This
Yeah, I
is
saw
the
this on the homework and I didn't know what it was.
homework. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the formula for x value. This is the direct x value. This is like the final step.
Okay.
If you plug, the key lies in identifying ABC values. You have to plug ABC values like this in this formula.
Okay.
So this is like plug and play.
Yeah.
So the entire 6.4 is based on this plug and play formula. It's
Okay.
just that
Is
let
that
this on
four
zero.
AC?
Minus 4 times a times c.
Okay.
So let's say x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So identify first ABC values. ABC. Tell me a value of A, B, C, and C.
A is 1,
Hmm.
B is -5, and C is -6.
So like this. Let's say this is the first concept. Let's say x square minus
And then I just
5x.
plug it into the formula.
Yeah, just plug and play in the formula. You can use the calculator also. That is not an issue.
Okay, okay.
It's just that these are two values. One value opens up with plus, another value opens up with minus.
Okay.
So let's say there is another question like this. Same question. Identify ABC values. This is the key concept. Finding ABC values.
1, -5, and -6.
1, -5, and
-6.
this is incorrect.
It looks the same as the other one though.
It looks the same
Oh,
as the
because
other
it
one,
equals 1.
equal to 1. So look at this question now. This question. I mean this formula.
Yeah.
What is on the right side?
0.
So you have to make that first as 0.
Okay.
This is why I'm telling you. Identifying ABC is extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So C value is how much? How much is C
6.
in this question? It's not -6.
C? Sorry, 6?
C value is not -6.
No, I'm saying C. C is 6.
C is not 6. Why 6? Why it is 6?
So I divide -6 on both sides.
See, the value of C is constant. You have to first convert this into general form. General form
How am I
means
gonna do that?
all terms are together on one side.
Yeah.
The other side becomes 0. Convert into general form.
Also, I divide all the numbers by 1 to get rid of 1.
You subtract that.
Subtract 1.
How do you get 0 on the other side? You have to subtract 1, right?
Yeah. So then it would be -5.
It will be not -5. Subtracting 1, right?
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
So the right side becomes 0, obviously.
0.
So A value is 1, B value is -5. What about C value now?
So -6 minus 1 is negative 7.
7, right? Not negative 5.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the difference?
Yeah.
You see why
Yeah.
ABC values are important? Even though
Yeah.
it seems simple, plug and play, the only thing which you need to be a bit careful is ABC values.
Okay.
So this is about 6.4. Okay. If you
4.
understand what I've just taught,
Yeah.
6.4 is done. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's stop the class here.